So it's not every day you see something go down like this. Today, we're talking about Salavat Yulaev UFA's Josh Leivo, a name that fans of the Calgary Flames, Toronto Maple Leafs, Vancouver Canucks, St. Louis Blues, and Carolina Hurricanes might be familiar with. Because Leivo, at one point in his NHL projectable career, was a pretty decent Leafs prospect. Third-round guy, 86th overall by Toronto back in 2011. He's now 32 years old. But Josh Leivo was probably at the peak of his NHL popularity when he was a Vancouver Canuck, scoring 18 points in 49 Vancouver Canucks games after being sent over there from Toronto in 2018-19. He then scored 19 points in 36 games the year after that for the Vancouver Canucks, left the team before their bubble playoffs, and inevitably went over to Calgary. Why did he not play for the Canucks in the 2020 bubble playoffs? Was there something going on over there? Extension with Vancouver. Oh, he was traded. Or no, he signed. That's what it was. He signed a one-year deal with Calgary after not playing in the playoffs in 2020. I honestly don't even remember what happened at that time, but he was on the team. This was the same team that featured the likes of Tyler Toffoli and Tanev and Markstrom, all of whom all left in the offseason as well. There you go, Josh Leivo right there, 12th overall in points. But Leivo, after going over to Calgary, Carolina, and St. Louis, had himself a very, very good stint with Salavat Yulaev in the KHL. This most recent season, he scored 80 points and 49 goals in 62 games played. This guy literally went out there and broke the KHL record for goals in a season in a year where he was the #1 point scorer in both goals and assists. And if you go over to all-time seasonal numbers, you'll see that Josh Leivo literally put himself amongst the elite of the elite in KHL history. 49 goals is good enough to pass Sergei Mozyakin in 2016-17 for the KHL's all-time goal record. So, it's very rare to see a guy go out there and score this amount of points in the KHL, and it's even more rare to see a hockey league's top scorer and goal record-setting player get his contract terminated. This is what Patrick Williams tweeted out earlier yesterday morning. Per both Russian KHL journalistic platforms Sport Express and Championat in Russia, Josh Leivo's contract with Salavat Yulaev had been terminated. No official announcement from the team yet. He was the Calder Cup playoff MVP with the Chicago Wolves in 2022, and he also set a KHL record last season with 49 goals in 62 games played. Now that's actually crazy too. He was the AHL playoff leader. Oh my gosh, 29 points in 18 Calder Cup playoff games with the Chicago Wolves in 2022. This guy just knows how to put the puck in the back of the net. But this report was super interesting because it's like, wait a minute, this guy goes over to the KHL. He has a record-breaking year. He's the best player in the league. And then his team terminates the contract? What's happening here? Is he coming back? This is what Patrick Williams then further stated. For now, the KHL is putting the brakes on any change to Leivo's contract, per RIA Novosti. And linked is an article on rsport.ria.ru that says that the KHL will not allow Leivo's contract to be cancelled until circumstances are clarified. So, initial reports are saying, yeah, no, his contract's getting terminated. Secondary reports are saying, wait a minute, the KHL is not going to allow this to happen. Let's dive into the contract and the write-up over here. The KHL does not intend to cancel the contract of Josh Leivo with UFA's Salavat Yulaev until the circumstances are clarified, the league's press source told RIA Novosti. Earlier, the player's agent Ivan Botev told Sport Express that Salavat Yulaev had terminated his contract early due to late arrival at the team's location. It was noted that the 32-year-old forward left the team without compensation. The agent announced his intention to collect 50% of his salary from the club under the terminated agreement. According to the source, Leivo's salary under the 2-year contract was 110 million rubles per year. The Salavat Yulaev hockey team has submitted documents to the electronic database of the KHL Central Information Bureau to cancel the contract with forward Josh Leivo. Due to the need for additional clarification of the circumstances, including on the part of the hockey player, the league has not changed the player's contractual status in the KHL CIB, the league said. Last year, he was named the most valuable player of the regular championship. The Canadian scored 80 points and 49 goals, becoming the top scorer of the regular season. He also set the new record for most goals in a KHL season, yada yada yada. So, what exactly is going on here? The team wants to terminate his contract. The KHL themselves are not allowing it to happen. This is what seems to be going down via Patrick Williams on Twitter. From what I can gather, according to the original reporting, Leivo was late showing up to training camp. But the reporting goes that his visa had not come through yet, which seems like a pretty legit reason. As a Canadian citizen, a visa is an absolute must to enter Russia. Further replies go out there and say, yeah, paperwork. Patrick, I would say go back to sleep, but yeah. Please bring Josh Leivo home to the Leafs. Problem solved for yeah, okay, we're not going to go out there and assume that. Questions, would he have received an NHL contract? No, it's just some sort of a dispute with his KHL team. So this seems to be the situation here with Josh Leivo. The guy's visa didn't come in on time. And honestly, I'm kind of glad here because from how everything seems to have been reported, would you imagine the total crap storm that this team would have gone through if they had announced that their top player had his contract terminated for no verifiable reason? I mean, Salavat Yulaev fans would have been shook. Wait a minute, our best player is gone just like that? Not that he ended up leaving or his contract expired, but his contract got terminated? Is it really that bad that he ended up missing training camp or something like that? Okay, yeah, no, that's a really bad thing. You can't go out there and miss training camp as a pro hockey player, but if it's because his visa hadn't come through yet, then I think that's pretty legit, yeah. I mean, Canada Post is getting a strike every other week, it seems like, so maybe it's difficult to receive stuff in the mail at this time. Who really knows? So for Josh Leivo, I think the KHL has a very big right to step in here and say, wait a minute, folks, we're not going to allow you to terminate the contract of the guy who was the best player in the league last year just because y'all want to save some dollars and just because his visa didn't arrive sooner than you expected it to. This seems very reasonable all around, but I did think it was interesting enough to make a video about because, hey, it's actual news. So with that in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below how Josh Leivo had a record-setting season in the KHL only to have his contract attempt to be terminated by the same team that employed him 1 summer later. Thoughts in the comment section about Leivo and his NHL career and this story as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.